honestly don't want to do an intro for this video other than, hello everyone. How are you? How are you, Dustin?
I'm okay.
You're doing good. We're sitting down to talk once again about this Phillippi family. Nikki and Dan Phillippi have been the names on everybody's mouth, lips, channels, Twitters for like over a week now. And they uploaded that video where they sat down and they told everyone they put their dog Bowser down because he attacked the kid, which was a huge mistake. I still don't understand the thought process behind like sitting down and letting everyone know that, because Nikki in the video didn't even seem sympathetic. And from that came all the comments of people being like, well, it was actually Dan's dog, and Nikki for the longest time you could tell that she really didn't like Bowser. Yeah. So she seemed like she was just over the moon with it, but people have started digging into their past even more. As every time someone gets dragged on the internet, people start to snoop, people start to become sister sleuths, and they have found this vlog from 2018. I guess that this family was going, they're family vloggers. They're family vloggers, and you know that
family
I don't care.
Family vloggers are awful.
They are. I don't care for family vloggers. I feel like they are exploiting their children, and it's just disgusting. Especially that family that like pranks their kids all the time.
There's
like
something
gross.
that I need to talk about this.
Okay.
Because I saw a lot of people commenting about it, and I noticed it too when I watched the video clip. When she takes a sip of the soda or whatever it is that's in that cup, a lot of people think that that could have been left out. Because that, to me, that's just like a subtlety of like her not caring about what she was talking about.
You mean like when he was talking and she was sitting there listening, taking this sip like, all the time? Yeah, it was the whole video, weird. Which is horrible. It did them no favors. But on May 29th of 2018, they uploaded a video to their channel titled, "We're Not Adopting from Thailand Anymore." And I guess that they were going to adopt a new baby, which is great. You know, we're both adopted. Yes. I think it's great anytime somebody has the heart to open up their life, their home, everything to caring for a child. I think it's amazing. Well, they decided not to go through with their adoption because ultimately they were told that within a year, like you adopt the baby, but the adoption process isn't done for a year. So during that time, they cannot put the baby on social media. They cannot do any vlogging just because, you know, it can kind of mess up things for other families, I guess, in some way. But they ultimately decided not to adopt this child because they could not exploit it on social media for one whole year. So a child's life, it like, oh, we can't put you on camera, so therefore you're not important anymore. We're not going to adopt you. I am glad, however, that they decided not to adopt the child because clearly
that would have been a very bad decision given.
That's giving me the vibes of people that only have children, like really rich people that have kids and they have nannies that live in the house, and the kid only comes around when it's a photo op or like a holiday, and then the rest of the time they grow up with the nannies. That's what that was giving me. Like, you're an accessory. I need you as a prop for my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I don't like that.
But here's the clip of them talking about it.
So I asked her that, and she was like, well, yes, but also Thailand has its own law that's unique to it, that after you pick up your child and they're your child, you are not allowed to talk about them or share any images, photos, videos, anything about them online for a year.
Yeah, and that...
So,
I mean,
which is totally reasonable.
He's got a YouTube channel where we share a whole lot.
Wait, hold on. When that hit, we literally were like,
yeah,
what? Like, we literally were like, wait, what? So we're like going around the house. We're like trying to figure out how this could work. Like, hashtag baby blur face. Yeah, like, what are we going to do? Dan's like, maybe we could deal with that for a year. And we're talking about it. And we're like, all right,
I don't like
let's pray about it. Let's sleep on it. And then let's see how we feel in the morning.
It's not just a rule that Thailand it's not just a rule that Thailand has. Like, oh, you can't share anything or talk about your kid for a year. It's that the adoption is not finalized until a year later. Yeah. So, you know, the kid's going to be living at our house for a year, and
there's not a thought behind those eyes.
Not our kid.
There really isn't.
There's not
okay with that either.
Yeah. So we slept on it. I told a couple of people in my life, like a couple close friends, my assistant Melissa, because she's like super logical, and she responded being like, dude, like, what if there's an accident or something? And Holt actually said to us, like, you need to take this policy really seriously because you could mess up Holt's relationship with Thailand, and you could mess up future adoptions for families that are waiting in line in process with Thailand. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I almost Snapchatted while I was signing an NDA once. Like, I'm like,
this is giving me that she is very immature and probably shouldn't have children.
Okay, no, this is giving me, as an adopted person, okay, one, their channel isn't popping like that. They're not out here making family vlog content that's getting 1 million views, so they don't have to sit up here and act like the baby's going to be in every shot or like they film that much or whatever, right? So it comes across to me as like a performative thing, like they were wanting to adopt a child as an accessory for internet clout, just like I feel like they murdered their dog for internet clout. Like, this is disgusting. They're literally upset that they can't exploit their child for views when they don't get views in the first place. Like, this girl's energy and her husband, I do not like them. That guy, like the whole video that came out with the dog and the whole argument about the dog being food aggressive, and then that video came out of like him literally like rubbing his hand all across like Bowser's face while he was eating. I'm like, these people are like, family vloggers are inherently evil. I believe that if you are a family vlogger, I'm not saying all of them, but the vast majority of them, they exploit people for views, their children, all this stuff. It's gross. It's like the Ace family. Ugh.
I don't like it. Ugh. I don't like family vloggers. I'm sorry, you're not going to tell me that in a few months. Like, if it doesn't happen, then I will eat crow, whatever. But I have a feeling this family's going to show up with another dog, like puppy in a few months.
Well, they have that Yorkie, which we're not going to put the video in here, but the husband was seen like pushing the dog into Bowser's face, like a small Yorkie. So if this dog was aggressive, it was totally 150% their fault. Like, they really thought that when they uploaded this video about this dog that they were going to gain sympathy, and now all this has came out about them wanting to adopt a child. It's just like people will do anything for clicks, views, and engagement, and they don't even get it in the first place like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, people even murder, I guess, for that, because this has brought attention to their channel. I'm sure this isn't the attention that they really were hoping for in this manner. I think that they thought that they were going to sit down to their 1 million+ subscribers who don't even tune in and be like, we had to put Bowser down. He was so important. But I can see why. This Nikki lady, she's a failed actress, because that whole entire video was bad. Her acting is horrible. Like, her trying to sit there and act like she cares, bad. I feel like she's kind of one of those people that this world revolves around her the most, and then everything else is just an inconvenience that happens. Yeah. I don't think she really liked that dog. 100%. And I think that it was more of an inconvenience for her that she wouldn't be able to put something on social media rather than care for a child. So I think that's very irresponsible. As
an adopted person, I want to clarify, because I know that people are going to say things about what I said about family channels. The vast majority of them are bad, but there are wholesome family channels. Yeah. I don't know any, but I know that there has to be some out there. You know what I'm saying? But like, sharing an adoption story, that like, you should do that because you want to get a healthy, happy child and care for them and all of that.
Give them a better life.
It totally seems exploitative.
Why is
the way that they're going about? Like, they got upset because they couldn't put the kid on social media because she's a YouTuber. She doesn't like YouTube. Like, I don't know the first thing about these people. I don't know how they make their money or whatever, but it's not from that YouTube channel.
The fact, it might have been at one point, but the fact that he literally said, like, the first thought that came to their mind was, well, how's that going to work? Because she's a YouTuber. That's your first thought when someone tells you can't put your child on social media. It should be like, okay, well, we'll work around it. We can figure something out because we really love this child that we're going to bring into our home. We're going to bring it across the world. Like, they need to be investigated. I'm sorry. I don't know what. And, someone check the basement.
Somebody tried to come at me because I tweeted out when all this happened, when this came out about the dog, I was like, if you treat your animals like that, I'm automatically going to question your parenting.
Oh yeah.
Because if you can harm an animal, you can hurt an animal. If you can be mean and cruel and awful to an animal so far as to put it down, I'm going to question if you can care for a child, because in the first place, your child shouldn't have been near a dog that was eating anyway, especially because that is a small child.
Yeah.
That's a very small child.
But curious here though, because in that video clip that we saw where he was literally grabbing the dog's snout as it was eating,
putting his fingers in its mouth,
and he's like, I'm doing this because I don't want to have an aggressive dog that's food aggressive, so I do this to train him. So you know that you do that with your dog. So are you watching your child doing the same thing, thinking that nothing's going to happen?
Clearly.
Like, what was the actual setup for the child getting attacked by the dog? Like, was it a situation where he was sitting there with a hand in the dog's face at the time and the baby was like, oh, maybe I can do it too, and tried it as well and then got nipped? Because I'm not trusting anything that's coming out of this side from their little channel over there.
Like, the husband, he just seems like inept to me. Like, I feel like he talks out of his ass, and he goes with what she says.
I feel like there's something in the water.
And I also feel like this girl, like, she is so out of touch with reality to think, like, who in the world, like, of course other people have done stupid things like this for attention, but like, why would you think that it would be a good idea to upload a video of you putting down your dog because your dog nipped your child? There was so, like, yeah, I get if you didn't want the dog, you could have done so many different things. There were so many avenues and so many different routes that this could have went through, so many channels they could have reached out to, like so many different things. But they just decided to put the dog
They're
down.
just weird. Like, I think it's some people. There's something off.
You don't need to. They don't need to adopt kids, because if you can't care for a dog, then you clearly cannot care for a child, especially a child that you're gonna uproot from a different country and bring them over here. Like,
they need to go outside and sniff some grass. They're weird.
Yeah, no,
they're weird. I was very
bad energy.
I was very content living without knowing about them.
Yeah.
Now that I do know about them, I'm kind of like,
honestly,
wow. I mean, like, what's next?
Yeah, there's a lot of things and a lot of interactions that I'm happy for, even the bad. But like this whole story is just like turned my stomach.
This is bad.
No.
All right, you guys. Let us know all of your thoughts and opinions down below on them wanting to adopt a baby and then not being able to. Well, being able to, but not wanting to because they couldn't share the child on social media.
If you agree with what we say, leave a trash can emoji in the comments. I want to see, because a lot of you guys really did agree with us on our last video about this, with everything that happened with the dog, and saying that it was a parenting issue, because I thoroughly believe that it's a parenting issue and it was not the dog issue.
I agree. Oh, and we forgot to say at the beginning of this video, we're going to be doing Cameo now.
Oh, yeah. We've had Cameo forever, but
I can finally get back into my account. Yeah. I don't know what. I've always had issues logging into my Cameo account, but I guess they've done an update.
Well, I got Cameo. It was right around the time that my sister passed away. So, like, I did get a bunch of Cameo requests that I couldn't fulfill, but now I'm ready. And if you guys want those,
we're going to be doing them. The link is down below, and we can either do them solo or together.
You can get 2 for 1.
And girl, nothing's off limits.
Oh, God.
No, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, nothing's off limits.
With exception. With exception.
Yeah, with exception.
So, love you guys. See you in the next one.
Bye.